we are kicking things off with massive news from the entertainment world. Asheville is making huge moves to redefine its cultural scene. City leaders are actively exploring a massive investment in a new performing arts facility near City Hall and Pack Square Park. This isn't just a renovation. This is a complete reimagining of how Asheville hosts major productions, and we dive into the plans being made to secure a future for the city's arts and entertainment.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we switch gears entirely and head to global finance. The Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank is stepping up its commitment to green initiatives across Europe. The AIIB has just committed up to $125 million to OTP Bank to fuel investments in Hungary, Croatia, and Serbia. We break down exactly how this facility will accelerate the low-carbon transition and what it means for climate finance in the region. Our next story is about major moves in the corporate landscape. Johnson Controls is significantly expanding its European footprint with the opening of brand new centers right there in Denmark. This expansion signals a major strategic push by the company into the European market, and we look at what this means for their operations and future growth. And finally, we have some heartbreaking news from the basketball world. Memphis Grizzlies power forward Brandon Clarke has died at the age of 29. We look at the details surrounding this tragic loss, what we know about the circumstances, and the impact this has on the team and the NBA. Stay with us for the full story. Asheville, North Carolina, is reigniting plans for a major performing arts facility, signaling an expansion of its entertainment footprint. City leaders are actively exploring the development of a large-scale arts and entertainment center on city-owned land in the Parkside area near City Hall and Pack Square Park, with a potential lease period of up to 2 years reserved by the City Council. This renewed effort follows years of deliberation regarding the aging Thomas Wolfe Auditorium, which has struggled to accommodate modern touring productions and closed for 9 months in 2023 due to an HVAC failure. A previous task force estimated renovation costs for the auditorium to meet Broadway-scale standards to be between $105 million and $150 million, concluding in 2024 that such an upgrade was not financially viable. Chris Corll, Community and Regional Entertainment Facilities Director, confirmed that the city is now pursuing a new performing arts center in partnership with ATG Entertainment to determine the structure and financing for the project. Corll noted that the current auditorium severely limits the types of productions Asheville can attract, stating that Broadway shows are impossible due to the small stage size. While the new facility plans advance, Corll emphasized that existing city venues remain crucial drivers of the local economy and tourism. The Department of Community and Regional Entertainment Facilities manages several key sites, including Harrah's Cherokee Center, Asheville, the WNC Nature Center, Home Trust Park, Aston Park Tennis Center, and the John B. Lewis Soccer Complex. Attendance across these facilities remains relatively consistent at approximately 1.5 million people annually, despite disruptions from the pandemic and Tropical Storm Helene. Significant renovations at Harrah's Cherokee Center between 2012 and 2014, which included removing the ice plant and upgrading back-of-house space, have successfully expanded the venue's capacity, allowing it to host larger touring productions, such as shows by Tame Impala and Slayer, which previously could not fit. These improvements have also helped restore the Southern Conference basketball tournament and positioned Asheville to bid on major sporting events and concerts. Corll explained that securing major concerts involves complex coordination among artists, agents, and promoters, with Asheville competing nationally for tour stops. He noted that major concerts and sporting events are heavily visitor-driven, with 75 to 80% of attendees coming from outside the region. Other facilities serve more local audiences, such as the soccer complex, which primarily serves area families. Furthermore, the city is continuing recovery efforts at the Asheville Municipal Golf Course following flooding from Tropical Storm Helene. While the course reopened as a 9-hole operation, a full rebuild remains in the design and FEMA approval process, with construction potentially starting in 2027, pending necessary approvals. Despite ongoing recovery and long-term planning, the report concludes that Asheville's unique identity remains defined by its distinct music scene, art scene, and outdoor recreation offerings. The Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, or AIIB, is significantly bolstering its green finance presence in Europe by committing up to $125 million to OTP Bank. This facility is specifically earmarked to support investments in the bank's Tier 2 bonds, with the primary goal of accelerating the low-carbon transition and expanding climate finance across Hungary, Croatia, and Serbia. This new agreement establishes a consolidated framework for long-term collaboration, building upon a previous $200 million facility approved in 2024. The initiative is strategically designed to scale up green financing throughout the region by fostering deeper development in local capital markets. The funds from the AIIB investment will be channeled into eligible green subloans under OTP Bank's Sustainable Finance Framework. These loans will directly support climate-aligned projects, including renewable energy generation, energy efficiency upgrades, and other vital climate investments. Partners anticipate that this initiative will yield tangible environmental and social benefits, such as increased renewable energy capacity, enhanced energy security, a reduction in greenhouse gas emissions, and stronger climate risk mitigation across the three nations. Furthermore, the facility is intended to deepen local climate finance markets by injecting long-term capital into green lending, thereby supporting the development of longer-tenor funding solutions that help financial institutions align with evolving global sustainability standards. The partnership highlights OTP Bank's established regional expertise in sustainable finance and underscores the crucial role of multilateral development banks in mobilizing private capital for climate-related infrastructure and transition initiatives. The AIIB stated that this transaction exemplifies the catalytic role of such institutions in scaling green capital markets and attracting private investment, reinforcing its commitment to sustainable infrastructure development. Johnson Controls is significantly expanding its European presence with the recent opening of new operational centers in Denmark. This strategic move underscores the company's commitment to bolstering its market penetration and service capabilities across the European continent. The establishment of these new centers is expected to enhance Johnson Controls' ability to serve regional clients, respond more swiftly to market demands, and strengthen its overall operational infrastructure within the European sector. Industry analysts are watching closely to see how this expansion will impact Johnson Controls' competitive positioning against rivals in the region. Memphis Grizzlies power forward Brandon Clarke has died at the age of 29. Representatives for Clarke announced the passing on Tuesday. Priority Sports released a statement expressing sorrow, calling him the gentlest soul who was the first to be there for all of his friends and family, and mourning his mother, Whitney, and his teammates. TMZ reported that the 6'8" Canadian native died on Monday, and authorities are investigating a possible drug overdose. Reports indicate that drug paraphernalia was found at a Los Angeles property, where Clarke was reportedly staying before being pronounced dead late Monday afternoon. Clarke was a player who averaged just over 10 points per game during his career, though he was limited to only 2 appearances this season due to a calf injury. The former Gonzaga University standout also has a past legal record, having been arrested in April for speeding and possession of a controlled substance in Arkansas. The Memphis Grizzlies had previously indicated they did not expect him to return before the end of the basketball season, which concluded with a disappointing 25-57 record on April 12. The team stated in a Tuesday release that they were heartbroken by the tragic loss of the player, whom they traded for in 2019 after he was drafted by the Oklahoma City Thunder, where he was selected 21st in the NBA draft.